Hi, I'm John Hinchey, and in this series of videos we're going to take a look at Dorico from the perspective of those of us who are very familiar with Sibelius music notation software. Learning your way around a new software platform can be frustrating, but this is not an insurmountable problem. We just need a plan. My plan is to show you where to find the Dorico tools for equivalent tasks in Sibelius. Since each program is designed with a logical structure, your first step is to get clear on what that structure is. Both Sibelius and Dorico are very consistent on where things are once you know where to look. Next step is to build an association in your mind of what are the equivalents in each program. For example, both programs have a page view of the score and another view where the score is presented in a long scroll with no page breaks. In Sibelius, this is called panorama view. In Dorico, the same view is called galley view. Lastly, what is left are some things that are handled in a very different way. So you'll just have to learn a different way of working and thinking about that aspect of music notation when using each program, and I will point some of these out. It's not my intention to do an in-depth how-to in Dorico. Steinberg already has great videos for that, and I will have links to those in the comments below as appropriate. So let's start with a comparison of the basic user interface of each program. When first opening either program, you are presented with very similar windows which are self-explanatory. In Sibelius, it's called Quick Start, and in Dorico, the Steinberg Hub. You can create a new score from templates. Sibelius calls these manuscript, or open recent projects. Now that we have a new score to work with, let's compare the interfaces. Sibelius is designed around a ribbon interface that walks you through a project from the left to the right. There are pull-down menus, and of course, very central to the design of Sibelius is the use of the keypad. Dorico is designed around pull-down menus, a top toolbar, and zones on the left, right, and a lower zone. Instead of a ribbon, there are tabs that open dedicated workspaces for setup, write, engrave, play, and print, which is a very similar way of walking you through a project from left to right. In the Setup workspace, the left zone is similar to the Add Instruments section of the Home tab in Sibelius. You can add instruments, and change the score order as needed. The right zone has many of the functions of the Parts tab in Sibelius. The lower zone is unique to Dorico and shows the flows. More on this later. The right workspace is where you'll spend a lot of time. This is where you do all your content input, notes, lines, symbols, and text. From the View menu, you have the choice of Page View or Galley View, which is a continuous score page like Panorama View in Sibelius. The Engrave workspace is a concept that is different from Sibelius. In Sibelius, you do all your content input and page layout input in the same place. In Dorico, the right workspace is for input. The Engrave workspace is for layout. Think of the right workspace as for creating the content. The Engrave workspace is for tweaking the presentation of that content. The Play workspace has many aspects of the Play tab in Sibelius, as well as a mixer that appears in the lower zone similar to the mixer panel in Sibelius. The Print workspace has the functions found in Sibelius under the File tab, Print, and Export. Here in the right zone, you'll see Destination. Printer is for printing, and Graphics is for exporting PDFs of your score and parts. It is important to notice that Setup, Write, Engrave, and Play each have a dedicated pull-down menu that appears only in that workspace, with special tools and functions for that workspace. For Sibelius users, the main tool cabinet is the keypad. 6 drawers, if you will, each containing the main tools for notes, articulations, and many common needs. Beyond that, you go to various tabs in the ribbon. For the equivalent in Dorico, you'll first need to make sure you're in the right workspace. Now you'll see down on the left and right sides of this workspace icons for different tools. If you open the left zone, you'll see a similar layout to the first and second keypads in Sibelius. It has note values, articulations, grace notes, etc. The third keypad in Sibelius is tremolos. In Dorico, you'll go to the right zone and select the Repeat Structures tab. The fourth keypad is holds and common notations for string, bowing, and articulations. In Dorico, it's back to the right zone. For fermatas, it's hold and pauses tab. For string articulations, they are in the Playing Techniques tab, and you'll find some under Common and the rest under Strings. The fifth keypad is Repeat Bars, Arpeggios, and Jazz Markings. In Dorico, back to the right zone. Jazz markings are under the Ornaments tab, as are the arpeggios. The repeat bar markings are found in the Repeat Structures tab. The sixth keypad is Additional Flats and Sharps. In Dorico, these are found in the right zone under Key Signatures, Tonality Systems, and Accidentals. When it comes to the basics of clef, key signatures, time signatures, and bar lines, in Sibelius we go to the Notations tab. In Dorico, it's back over to the right zone to find these items. Further across on the Notations tab in Sibelius, we come to Lines and Symbols. Here is one of those spots where you need to start thinking a bit differently in Dorico. Lines and symbols in Sibelius are in two categories as to their visual representation, a line or a symbol. In Dorico, you need to think of how a player or conductor will interpret that line or symbol. Is it an ornament, repeat structure, playing technique, etc.? Once you grasp this concept, you'll start to get into the flow of what is where. For crescendos and decrescendos, these lines are under dynamics. Brackets, wavy lines, first time only, etc. are in the Lines tab. Repeat endings are found in the Repeat Structures tab. As for symbols, caesures are found under Holds and Pause, and trill markings are under Ornaments. All other playing technique symbols are found in the Playing Techniques grouped by instrument. So to review, in Dorico, if you want to find the tools that are normally in the keypad in Sibelius, you will find them in the right workspace, in the left and right zones. Items found in the Notations tab are found generally in the right zone and grouped by function. In the next video, we'll explore a more streamlined approach to accessing tools with keyboard shortcuts.